don't know if I'm going to be as eloquent as Jack Lee, but that's a hard act to follow up. My name is Martin Whitfield. I'm currently the general manager here at the Princeton Windsor Cultural Complex and co-founder along with Jack Lee of the new Princeton Arts and Sports Academy. I've been here obviously before this building opened up. I was one of the first hirees. And one of the big things that we wanted to do here is we wanted to drive different culture, ethnic groups, people from around not only the state of New Jersey, but around the world to one place. So what we've been able to do with the Windsor Athletic Club is have a lot of different activities, swim team. Actually, we have Jen Zinn, who's in the back. I'd just like to acknowledge her. Jen was formerly #1 ranked swimmer in the world. She is actually our aquatics director, and she'll be part of our swimming division. Princeton Arts and Sports Academy. So what we've done is we try to gather the best talent, health clubs and gyms, cultural centers, community centers, boys and girls clubs, YMCAs. There's many of them, but there aren't many who do what we do. And as you look around this room, you'll see different ethnic groups, you see different people from around the country and around the world. That is the driven factor of this, and as Jack alluded to, we want to be able to offer an incredible education. I'm a former Division I basketball player. I've been in sports pretty much majority of all my life. Played at the University of Texas, San Antonio. I worked for the NBA for almost 8 years. I've seen some of the greatest athletes in the world. But I'm not just a sports person. My parents are both retired teachers and educators. I sit here on the West Windsor Plainsboro School Board, which is the 3rd-ranked academic school board in the state of New Jersey. So I thrive also on education. Understand education is not just in the classroom. Education is what we're doing here. It's when different cultural groups, different ethnic groups, people of different backgrounds unify in an incredible way. That is what we want to do here. I think, as Jack alluded to about the politics and the division in this country, there's a lot of people who have divisive tactics and things of that nature. What we want to do, this is about unification. And you can see it right here today. I mean, this is a monumental occasion. Years and years ago, I actually dreamed of doing something like this. I actually started in 2003. So this vision of mine started back in 2003, and actually it was the first month that I was working at the National Basketball Association, the NBA. And I said, I'd seen all the great athletes. I said, if we can kind of do this in more than just basketball, if we could bring soccer, swimming, and international sports. And my big sister, Joetta Clark, was a former Olympian. We used to talk about, track and field and things of that nature. And just how she traveled the world and she was exposed to so much and so many people. And I think lack of exposure is also what's hurting education and also hurting the people in these communities. And the other thing is creativity. We want our young people to be more creative, things outside the box. Jack Lee and his wife, Lisa Wang, they've actually allowed me to think outside the box. When I first came on board here, many people said, you'll never bring every ethnic group together. I said, I'm a former athlete, please don't challenge me, and I've done it. When we first came here, people said, Martin, how are you gonna bring people together? I said, I'm gonna study them. I said, when I was at the NBA, I was studying 190 countries around the world. Now I have to study 5, 6, 7 townships around here, and now the state of New Jersey. So I said, it is possible. It is possible. And for the young people standing right here, it is possible if you dream. But the dream also has to be application. Application, you have to put in the work. And if you put in the work, your talent and your gifts, success is not only predicated just on what type of house you have, what type of car you drive. Success is truly predicated on gifts and talents that God has given you and what you do with those talents and gifts. And what we want to do here at the Princeton Arts and Sports Academy, we want to cultivate those gifts. We want young people to come not only from New Jersey, Pennsylvania, New York, we want people to come from all over the world and cultivate those gifts. Because then when you get around others, like-minded people, like-minded thinkers, and thinking is the key thing, thinking positively, thinking about empowerment, thinking about enlightenment, thinking about blessing others. That is the key thing in the Princeton Arts and Sports Academy, and that is part of our vision. So I want to thank everyone for coming out. I know we have a lot of press here. We have a lot of members of the community, members of the Windsor Athletic Club. We have the Patrick School basketball team here. I want to thank everyone for coming out because this is just the beginning. Like I said, this is 15 years in the making in my vision, in my mind, and it's actually going to come to fruition, and we're going to make it happen. We're not only trying to change the game in basketball, but we're trying to change the game in sports, but more importantly, we're trying to change lives. And we want lives, young people to understand and have visionaries just like this, like Jack Lee, like Chris Savanas, like Rich, and visionaries to be able to be around. Because when you're around positive thinkers, those who are on the enlightenment stage, instead of those who are on the divisive stage, all right, what it will do is we'll project you to the next level. And that's what we're about today. So thank you so very much. Appreciate it.